Good morning, folks. It's 7:58 a.m. on the 22nd day, 3rd month, 2023. Right, yeah, looks like the coast road here is in for a lashing, to say the least, and the fives it has well begun. The trough here, yeah, right now, your sogginess is beginning. Even some of the pictures of Mr. Perks over here showing very, very whited out skies. Oop, the dishes on the move. Bzzz, 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 bzzz. Very whited out. One big blast where it was pointing. And pointing over there, the big blast. Yeah, but that's coincidences. Anyways, turn some of the cameras off. So I'm going to show you the totals on the coast roads coming up. And the 24s to the 3s, not looking good. The streams have been swollen. By the 5s, the coastline has become inundations. And then whammo, an absolute screaming whammo. I believe that's coming on the weekend of the 27th or something like that. And there's a big, big tendril that's going to be sitting off the coast of Cuss. Right there. So accuracy of where this is going to go inland is going to be decided by the chem bombs and the geoengineers themselves, who need to present themselves for questioning what exactly is going in the sky. We all deserve an honest answer to. All we can do is show what's being picked up in soil samples and in hair samples of things that shouldn't exist naturally in the world. Aluminum, or aluminium, depending on where you come from in the world, doesn't occur naturally. You ain't gonna just find a rock out there that is pure aluminum. You will have to process this from alumina-rich things. So that right there is a telltale of pollution of some kind coming from the air. If it's settling it in the soils, and we're finding it in tree samples as well. And I imagine anybody working in the forestry service will have access to old tree core samples, could really do a definitive timeline of toxicity. It might even have the equipment to do that. Anybody at NC State Forestry School needs some homework? Oh, contact me. Because that would be definitive information, and that stuff would be available already. There'll be tree core samples already there. They just need to be analyzed for those type things. Look at these chem here, streaming across from an emanating point. Going over the land, man, going over the land, toxifying from the toxic flyers. The curveball, whammo, boom, 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 preceded by a bunch of wakes. Watch how they do this. You'll see this line come along from here, and you'll see individual explosions coming out. Boom, boom, boom. Well, that's just what I'm seeing. I see a percussion ring, a low pressure, high pressure drop. When that wave comes along from the shock wave of an explosion coming out, it often nucleates a brief condensate. A brief condensate nucleates when you open up a soda pop bottle. It's very often. See? Those are bombs. This is plain to see for your eyes. That's not the old-fashioned, natural-looking supercell storm. Look at this cluster here. Bring it more into view as we try to get at. Oh my gosh! Would you look at the gilt over Adelaide? Welcome to Chemstraya. Are we actually rolling today? So far, so good. You're very welcome. Carrie Baker says thank you. Sneezing. Yeah, I'm a bit sniffly here myself, Paulette. You might be hearing it. I might even do a quick discharge of it. Uh-oh. You know, look at this going over your wine, man. It's wine time. They're spraying us. They spray the world. Do do do. They're spraying our children. Do 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 do. I'm telling you, it's not looking good at all. Hey, sometimes when I see things like that, it's not nice when I have to think of a poem like that this morning. Oh, we're not going to load Google Earth. Sorry about that. Doink. Boom, 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 boom. Sanchez. Like a demon going by there with his all spread out with a weapon in his hand, his knuckles nucleus going by, shirting up your skies. It's a shoddy day. Are we over at Perth here? It's north of Perth. Coming in here in a line of an area that will be experiencing a moisture. Lots and lots of moisture coming that way. I'll show you. See? Over here at a Cadoodle Kalgoorlie over here. That sounds like a very important name. Hey Cal, how's your Gorley doing? All right. One person from Brooklyn, all they out there. But hey, if you can have one guy out there in Jerusalem out there thousands of years ago, then anything is possible. Right, look at this big tendril sitting off coast. Ruh-roh. Scrooby-Dooby-Doo, here you come. Have a snack. That's a big tendril coming across. So it's going to take a lot of beaming to make this occur. It's going to take a corridor of heated air line here to protect hit Fitzroy Crescent as if... My. But you got some time over there to get ready. Oh, about a couple days. So, get ready. Expect those totals to rise. Now you guys here, you've begun. You're just starting to get soggy. We'll just start to get those, moisten those levees. Just get them all slick and wet, ready to receive that flood. Oh yeah, it's coming. I told you how many days ago? Well, I gave you a 16-day warning shot because I was feeling cocky. I knew I was moving. I might have an interruption. This convergence is most of this is going to head toward the north. I said most of it. A decision will be made with a beam that'll guide that light. And it looks like from all the pressures I was seeing, it should spare the Philippines this time around, which is good news for some of the people over there. I like to give good news. And I ain't agreeing with these totals for you, but it's nice to see you in the lower, but that's still a lot. It's still like what you don't want to see because you're getting the dregs of as, and what you're getting along here has been absolute hammering. The surf is, the cameras are almost unseeable for all the mist and stuff on it. I'll show you one. Well, that's really unseeable there. Pretty unseeable future. That's not showing me the direction I want to be looking. So anyways, I'm not going to go hunting around for that. That's a lot of rain coming. Really, really is. And they've been relentless. So you get a little bit of a break, but be careful out there. This might be your one chance from these storms that you've been getting to get to some safety now. You have a little bit of time. And then whammo again. An absolute whammo. What a shame. There's more not out of the woods. All this here, that I do expect these totals to rise. I don't think that's very accurate total compared to what I was looking at yesterday. As showing me, if I can get the previews to come up. I took a lot of screenshots. No, that was some snow that I was seeing somewhere else. Give me a moment, I'll find it. You know, I was seeing this over here being shown 2 days ago as a total along this coastal area that I'm not seeing right now being listed. It's just somebody is He's not being fully honest again. And I don't like when inadequate warnings are given. And I don't consider this to always be the most accurate one to access at all. But they're just showing this staying off coast, heading New Zealand's way. Yeah. So we'll be watching this very, very carefully, the situation. So I think what's most important is to you guys, what's going to happen today? So let's have a look. That was looking up toward your next big event. Hit the main event, preceded by the chemtrails. Always the big chem, preceding the big supercell storm. So the stupor of the people making excuses on my wall, trying to say everything's natural and it's just a contrail. Yes, contrails exist, but do they dissipate in time, in an amount of time? Usually, the minute they should have dissipated. But I'll usually strike up a conversation with somebody, look at my watch, and they'll still be there 5 minutes later. I say, that should have dissipated by now, and keep talking. I say, well, it's been 10 minutes. That should have been gone. So something different has gone on with either fuel additives or something. I've never seen a switch in a cockpit that says chemtrail on or off. It's everything. It trim and all things and fuel mixes are controlled by a computer. And if a computer buys the world, who could be doing this? I think a Terminator scenario is quite a possibility for our future if we're not very careful. When the machines that make you a coffee suddenly get legs and have warlike thoughts, that coffee could end up in your lap. And well, I'm very concerned about the how and the why when I turn on this every day. And I see the inundations of the planet. I see some snow coming along for New Zealand, too. See a wintry mix inundating you. Yeah. So get your firewood stocked up. Get your marshmallows. Wellington gonna have a bit of a drag from the storm coming over there being tendril. That's what Access says. This one says you're getting hammered. You see that New South Wales log? Now that Higgins stole that part of the forecast and thinks that's it, I'll go back here to show you. Look at the coast road here right now. It'll be the 24th on Friday, your time. Hear about lunch, whammo. You're on your way home, have some wetness for your weekend. Wetness, tendrilization of the trip. Sogginess is of the already super stressed out from rain and floods along its side banks. Big highway, the coast road. In Sydney, you're in the sights from some big electrics. So be careful out there. Don't be out there walking around with an umbrella lightning rod in your hand unless you got a death wish. You know, all the way up through Newcastle and all that through there. Ooh, we got a coast walker. Yeah, she's gonna walk north, bringing the nasties with her. So, will it be preceded by the chem in front of it that day? The odds say are very good that it will. Because the range from which we complain ain't always caused by the planes. And chem bombs suck. They suck oxygen out of the air by the very ignition of their explosions. And they add sulfurs into the air that when they fall out, turn into acids that dissolve coral, toxify lungs, defoliate the ground, hinder the photosynthesis of all life that depends on that to nutriate themselves, to fuel their body electric. That also needs to be considered when we're spraying something that affects the electrolyte properties of things. Electrolytes, adding minerals, man. Adding minerals to a water that's pure. Pure water, imagine that. You need a few minerals in it to conduct electricity, of course. Oh, and you have to add electric to it. Oh, would you look at the slam hitting you on the 28? Oh, getting a shellacking in your mountains. Oh, yes. Have it. Compliments of the Harvard Club, the geoengineers, the United Nations are united to be just a borderless world with all your autonomy gone. That's the end game. Welcome to the house of bums. You're being governed, yeah. Governmente. Control mind. Control your own mind. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Hey Byron, how you doing? Peace and love and sandy feet. Hey, to all from Byron Bay. Hey Coyote, how you doing? Oh, you got a big grass tree knob up there. Somebody's up there having a scratch. Scratch that tree, the bottomland's gonna get wet, What do they want through here? New roads, perhaps? Very, very, very passable. As we look at your rain and thunder rumblers, have been quite regular. Your pressures wise, your bubble ups on the 10s are very interesting on the last day of the month. Yeah. This thing has stalled and parked. It's why this thing has lasted so long. It's in like a gear. It's been spinning slowly in this direction. Not like a huge whammo steaming along. Just like a gear. Alright? It's spinning low. So it's kicking stuff in. But kicking stuff up and over. At the same time, this thing has locked it. And it's just moved that front. Right on along. All they got to do is keep bombing the centers of it. So are they keeping the bombing of the centers of it? I say so. I say you got so many bombs out there that they should charge for the fireworks show, but there's nowhere to put the bleachers. Boom 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 Boom, 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 boom. Not naturally occurring cloud formations. See the big rectangle looking Mars bar down on the log tech, or is that like a Hitler mustache being drawn there for Klaus's new system? And then we will just have to call this the Industrial Revolution, just the fourth one. If we use the word Reich, we will not succeed. Not succeed. Not succeed. Not succeed. See the square down here? These are microwaves, scalar square energy. And nucleating the cloud condensates on the low deck. The low deck, man. How low can it go? How low can it go? I don't want to find out, because it's been pretty low so far. Because they got friends in low places. Epstein Island had visitors that were partaking in a dream of chrome. Stealing kids from homes. Hashtag expose the 28. Perverts need to be exposed by us, not by themselves. 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What a fucking shame. Poisoning my animals. Poisoning this ocean out here. What if I just covered the weather for this ocean? You wouldn't matter to you, would it? Well, it matters to me that this is going on out there, that this is falling out. That the electrolyte of the ocean itself is being changed, its properties is being rated an SOS in the sky here. And even if it was a military operation, it's unacceptable. They're out here polluting the air, polluting my world. It's falling out. What's going on over here could be very high in the atmosphere. It could go all over the world. It's almost like they wrote something, the word "the." This is blatant geoengineering. This is undeniable, but the moron would deny this. Don't be a moron. Because watch these chemtrails here that are streaming over the north. They didn't dissipate. This did not dissipate in the 4 hours of this loop. Still going on, still killing his sunlight, still stealing his sunshine, still blocking his sun, still believe in the con. Learn the difference between a chemtrail and a contrail. Something is inside the additives, or something in the plumes of exhaust that are coming out that are doing this, or a direct nozzle that is supposed to say it alleviates pressure in the wing strut above the engine, is actually doing something a little bit different. And perhaps that thing on the tip that they say is for fuel dumps, which can be used for that. On the very tip, you'll find a nozzle on a lot of wings. Well, fuel's a chemical. And when they use that and do that, it's leaving a trail of chemicals in the sky. It's still a chemtrail. Numbnuts, if it's on the periodic table as a chemical, and it's in the sky leaving a trail of some kind, then it is a chemtrail. And I'm showing you, what you would consider a more traditional method of chemtrails here as the aircraft method. And this here would be the artillery method, done with autonomous drones that are always controlled by computer. Actually, they wouldn't know the dynamics of the atmosphere in an inanimate object. It has to be told when to deploy. And this is crazy deployments here. This is not even being hidden. Look at the square inside this microwave plasma matrix up here, being induced by God knows which station. Let's see if we're still running. Ah, yes. Thank you for the knowledge I had asked for, so I took the thing down, and somebody has given me help who wishes their name not mentioned. All I needed was some time. Everybody always thinks I was asking for money. Yeah, it's nice and all. Sometimes I just want to not feel frustrated. Actually, all the time I want to not feel frustrated. Look at the bombs here going off here. Everything's flowing this way, right? Except that. There's a moment of boomnation here. Two things going in one. And then this one takes off. Nothing to something bombing. What a combination. I continue with huff and puff right here. Boom, 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 boom. Do you got a factory here puffing out? Telling us stop polluting. They're ruining the weather. They're taking water from your town, steaming it into a smokestack, sending it in the air to rain down somewhere else, not doing you not a bit of benefit. Yeah, you got to maintain that dam. And will the dams be maintained well enough this time when that damn storm comes down this way? Tune in the same bad time, same bad channel. Boom, 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 boom. The air smells like ass, man. Ass, man. We gotta say no to this shit, man. This shit is so wrong. Absolutely horrendous. Isn't this disgusting? So with that said and with that done, if you don't like the weather, I don't either. Join the club. Because wait a minute. Unless you're in the club, you ain't allowed to do nothing but get beat by the club. And first rule of the club is beat people with the club. We got this shit. Big love. Peace.